Hi guys, I'm Chase, and I first solved a Rubik's Cube in July, and since then I've been hooked on cubes. And anyway, I have been watching a lot of tutorials on YouTube and stuff, and I find a lot of them very unclear. And I just wanted to make some of my own clear tutorials. If you like them, that's great. Like, comment, subscribe. If not, whatever, go away. But no, seriously, I hope you find this clear. This is my first cube I got, and then I moved on to things like this, Mega Mix, and like this, which is a Gear Master Morphix. And I'll get to tutorials on these later in time. Today we're just going to be solving a generic 3x3, and mine does not have white on it, because the stickers started peeling really bad, and I just took them off. This is generic Rubik's brand, and this thing is QJ. I have a lot of QJ stuff, so we'll just go ahead and start with this. I'm going to go ahead and mix it up some. That looks pretty mixed up. Now before we begin, we should go over some notations. When there's just a letter, it's the side and it's clockwise. You always want to turn it clockwise, as if you were looking at it. So front, or F, would be this. And see, I'm turning it clockwise. Now if it's R, you turn it this way, because if you're looking at it, it would be clockwise. Left is this way, because it's clockwise this way. Down is this way, so because that is clockwise. Up is this way, so that's also clockwise. And back would be if you were looking at it, so this is this way, or like this. If you hear some noise in the background, I'm sorry, my father's down there doing stuff. Who knows? So anyway, if there's a little dash after it, like R dash, or apostrophe I guess, it is a inverted or prime, and you're going to turn it counterclockwise. So F prime would be this way, left prime is this way, R prime is this way, and so on and so on. So just counterclockwise as if you were looking at it. Now let's go ahead and start to solve it. I always start with the white side on my cubes, or in this case black because there's no white. So what you're going to do is this side is blue and this is black, so you want to find a black-blue piece. So you look around your cube and here it is right here. You just want to move it down and out of the way. You want to move it so that the black is on the bottom. If it's like this, you just go like that. If it's something like that, see, I just put it in the right place, but so you can do this two different ways of putting it in the right place. If the black is facing down, or the side on top, if it's facing down here, you just move it over to the side it lines up with, and move it up to the top. So now it's in the correct oriented place. Now, if there's another case like this, where the black is up and the blue is down, you can do this two things. You can move it over, then up and back. So you see it started here. I moved it to the right one, or I guess technically that's down, but I moved it this way one, then moved it the R side, so it's lining up there, and moved it up. Now there's another way, which isn't as effective, but it works. You move this layer down, over, and back up, and either of those ways will work. Doesn't really matter, I guess it's preference. Now this red-black piece is already lined up with the red, so we can just move it up. The orange-black piece is right here, so we can move it down, and because the black is here, you move it there, back up. Now this is the black-green piece, over, so it's there, up, so it lines up these two, and then back this way. Now because you move this one up, like you moved it like this to get it to line up here, you want to move it back so this piece still lines up here. Now this is the first step to solving a Rubik's Cube. Now, this is the black cross. There you go. Step 2 is going to be solve the black side, or in your case, the white side. So here we have a black, red, and blue. So you want the black, red, blue corner piece. So luckily it's already there for us, but it's oriented wrong. So to move it out of here, you're going to move it down, or right prime, I guess. Then down, right, and now it's here. So what you want to do is you want to get this black piece, because it's going to go up here, you want it to be placed here, like facing to the side and not on the bottom. And you want it to put it where the blue is, so if it's, say it's here, you just want to move it until it lines up with the blue. And you're going to move it out of the way, bring this layer down, put it back and up. So you see it lines up with all this and it's oriented correctly. And you're just going to do this 3 more times so you can have the black side solved. And this one is facing down. So what you do in this case is you move it here. So there, you just look for the piece that's like this. You move this down like that and bring it over 2 times so it's here. Now you can move it over here and put it back up on the top. That was step 2. Now step 3 is going to get this second layer all the way around. So you take your black side, put it on the bottom, and then you look to see which pieces you can orient correctly. Here you have a red piece and a green piece for the centers. And here we have a red-green piece, which is the piece that goes here. What we're going to do is you're going to line up the red with the green, or whichever layer is like not on top, you want to put it here and line it up with its center. So we're going to move it like this, away from it, move this layer up so that you can bring it there, move this back over here, so it's, and I'll put up the algorithm for this so it's might be clear to some people. Bring this back down so that now that these two line up, bring it this way, pull this back like that so these line up, bring it back here and bring it down, and that put it there. So again, we'll just find another piece here. Here's orange green, put it so the orange lines up, move it out of the way, and this is going to be the opposite because it has to go the other way. So you go this way, and it lines up. Now here we have these 2 pieces and neither one can be put in right, so what you have to do is you have to bring one out, and to do that you just do the same thing and act like you're putting in one of the pieces that has yellow on it. Now that has moved this piece out, so you line it up with red, move it out of the way, bring this up, do this little thing again, and that puts that in place and takes out the orange blue piece so we can use it. And you put it in like so. Now for the top layer, you're going to get a couple different instances. There's either going to be no, like you have to get the yellow cross is the next step. So you're either going to have this, this, or just the center. Now what you want to do in this case is you want to go front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, and it gives you the cross. And this is what you want. Now, in the other case that you would get, let me put it back, like this. This is the other case you can get, and you're just going to go front, up, right, right, up, front. And that puts this back in here, and you get the yellow cross again. Now what you're going to do is you're going to look around and see what you have, and you want to pick the side with no yellow on it. And you want to go, and I will put the algorithm up for this again, but you want to bring this layer out, over, bring this one back down, and then do that twice, like that. Spin it 2 times that time, and it gives you this, which is what you want. And you have this piece here, and move it up, like this, bring it back down, and basically you're just doing the same thing. And you're just going to want to do that same algorithm until you have this. Now what you're going to look for is which corners are oriented correctly. You can have none, but hopefully we'll get two like this. You want to line them up with their side. Go right inverse, front, right inverse, back, back, right, front inverse, right inverse, back, back, right, right, up inverse. And that orients all the corners correctly. Now if you don't have any solved, you just want to do that same algorithm, and then two will be solved, and then you can solve the rest. Now here we have a red side solved, and we only have 3 sides to solve left. Now you can have all 4 wrong, and if that happens, you just want to do the same algorithm I'm about to do, and it will solve one side, and then you can solve the other 3. So what you want to do is you want to take the solved side, put it in the back, and then you want to see which way you're going to have to turn it. For in this case, we have an orange here, and it's going to have to go this way. So you just want to keep that in mind. So you want to go front, front, up inverted, because that's what you're going to have to do, because you have to turn it this way. Right inverted left, front, front, right, left inverted, up inverted, front, front. And that is how you solve the Rubik's Cube.